to session 6F. Yes, CK-NWCA, the Commander-Chief, Color Kingdom, New World Creative Arts. And here we are again, y'all. We are very, very smart people, highly intelligent. That is, of course, who we choose to be in our ancient ancestral Africans artistry. You see what I'm talking about? That's the only way that we are able to activate our melanin militarized mindset so that we can combat competitively against the Caucasoid criminal Caucasians of the cold climate Caucasus caves. And I'm also talking about the angry Anglo America Al-Qaeda. Either way one looks at it, you could say Arabic Asiatic Al-Qaeda, because they are one and the same. Evil enemy energy entities against Africa and Africans in America as Africarians. Okay, y'all, listen up. Now, to continue on in the same vein about our self-righteous, hypocritical, bigoted brothers and sisters who call themselves Afrocentric and of the conscious community. You know, they have failed to successfully reach out to the poor, downtrodden masses on the grassroots, ground level zero. You see, and many of we's and us's don't even have a class. We are classless. Just regular humane beings, not belonging to any religious worshiping faith, nor poisonous, polluted, political party. No, we are not in the political processes whatsoever in the minutest least, because we know spiritually, intuitively, and instinctively that one cannot trust a politician nor anybody of the religious clergy. That includes pastors, priests, preachers, popes, bishops, deacons, and what have you. But the main problem is those who identify with them. You see, one way or the other. And they get to this point to whereas they think that they are better than the rest of we's and us's, brothers and sisters. You see what I mean? Sure you do. Listen up and pay close attention. This is a school lesson that you must learn, all right, how to apprehend, thus then completely comprehend my conversation. Hello, y'all. Now, next, y'all listen up to this, because it might strike you in a way that it has not done before. I hear a lot over the talk radio shows about what they call homophobia or gay bashing and all of that, you know. I'll listen to Mr. Mastermind Melanin Messiah, Umar Abdullah Johnson, explained it because he's a trained and qualified psychologist, amongst many other things. A good orator, a good speaker, a talker. And I've also taken developmental psychology, from birth to old age in college. Wrote many essays, 20 pages long, 10 pages tight. And if you write it by hand, what they call handwritten, I mean these strict ex-Nazis and clannish mentality white male teachers, they're gonna grade you downwards, okay? So I had to be very careful and disciplined for 3 straight years under their leadership as instructors and teachers. And I know what's going on. I won their respect. They found out that I was a warrior, and I will report them to human services. I bring the dean up to the classroom. Another white man that was a paraplegic. Oh, we don't want no problems with I ain't gonna call my name here, but what artist, because he's one of our best students. Oh no, we must have a misunderstanding here. See, they could not provoke me to get into this emotional thing of overreacting, having one of the loud temper outbursts in class, like the death of other black females, who helped me to these racist bastards. All right? But nevertheless, I won their respect. I'll make a long story short. And interesting enough, I will make these adversaries calling themselves all black respect me. They'll learn that I never forget. My older brother said, you know what? You are vindictive. So he must have perceived of who I was, his younger brother. In other words, they must have seen me. If you jump on me or you try to fight me, I'm going to catch you from the blind side and hit you with a billy club, a baseball bat. You know what I'm talking about? A brick. Hit you from the blind side, cold cock your butt, and the repetition go on, Don't mess with him, man. Crazy horse. That Indian guy. I wrote my moccasins, you know what I'm saying? My cultural beads and stuff. That's why I am the Avenger, Avatar, American ArtistCHD. All right? And those ones who have caused me some problems and disrespected me in any form, I'm still hunting them. I'm on their trail. And you know how I go about doing it? Through the highest heavens, Holy Ghost Spirit of truth, powered knowledge. And that equals know-how. You know what I mean? I stay on target. A hunter has to. And I'm going to deliver the message all around our global world and nation. Online, internet, world wide web. Hello, y'all. Listen up and pay attention. Because I'm here not only to combat competitively the Caucasoid Caucasians, but I have to deal with these self-righteous so-called Africanists, individuals and groupies and ghetto gangsters. No, because all of the so-called pale faces or white people can die tonight. And I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll still have to deal with these Negroes. They are not true Africans in America. They are still immature. They are still silly. They are still thieves and thugs and hoodlums. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to have that in the world in which I am fighting for. As a warrior and a victor, they'll have to come cultured, clean, completely cured. That is a mandatory must do. Barring none, as you often hear me say. nobody receives a ritual rite of passage. And that means barring none shall automatically receive a pass. Can you hear me clearly? That's P-A-S-S. Okay? That's how strict and specific I am here at CK-NWCA. Period. Case closed and a new one open. Okay, y'all, understand this. The reason that so-said black-on-black crime is growing around them as a cancer, a detrimental growth, tumors of the tissues, inflammation, and early death, to the coroner's office, on the embalming slab, on that table in the slumber room, it's because they are not making the positive progress fast enough. Because I'm telling you, of these religions and politics, you have to be into spiritics. You must have a real vision, a real life vision. You do not need religion because it has been misinterpreted a long time ago. And people have used it to enslave others. It is contaminated. So therefore you will have to divest yourself of all religiosity and get off into your spirituality. And it doesn't matter how scholarly you are, how many degrees you have, accolades. It doesn't matter how smart or gifted or talented you are. This is something that is required, but you'll have to hurry up and make your decision to make that successful crossover and transition, you see, to something that is neutral. You got to get in that neutron zone for your own divinely decreed protection. Because the vibration frequencies of sun god, deity, and love goddess, Mother Earth, nature, has sped up at astronomical speeds, advancing and accelerating. Therefore, we are required to do so likewise. All right? And I don't want to see anything happen to people like Mr. Nawar, Israel, quoting out the Bible. He has to be careful when he starts talking about the Most High said, because we are beyond that. You could talk to Saraj Sudenseti, who studied, and he's still studying, because he knows how those, I'm quoting him, Negroes are doing out there. You know how he talks? And he will tell them over and over and over, hey man, that Bible is inaccurate. It is grossly distorted. You cannot base anything on that history. It is falsified. It is fraudulent. So when you start talking, Mr. Dawa, I know, hey brother, I wish you the best luck in the world, but you're going to have to come clean too. Just like I did, and many others. Okay? And Mr. Umar Abdullah Johnson, I know he wants to hang on to his Islamic Muslim faith. Okay, take your chances, brother. But you got to look at all of the history. Mr. Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey was called back. All of those before him were called back. Not because they dated and mated and married with white women or European females. That has nothing to do with it. You can't choose somebody's mate. It was their religious background, calling themselves devout Christian, Protestant, Catholic, Islamic Muslim, Orthodox, and all of that stuff. Israelite Jews, all of that. That's why they were called back to their master one, male and media. And that's also the Redeemer, Sun God. Yeah, they were redeemed and delivered back to their source. That spirit source science system's sovereign system. So stay in tune and in touch. I will end this session and go into the next. Thank y'all very kindly.